Learn in this episode of AI Dev Tools on how you can code 10x faster with Amazon Q. And joining us today is Varsha Verma, who is the AWS community builder and a lead cloud engineer. Hi, Varsha, and welcome to the show.
Hello everyone, hey Simon, it's great to be here. I'm technical cloud lead at Accenture and being in this industry from last 7 years. And I'm AWS community builder. So I have few tips and tricks to share up with my developer community so that they can get a hold of this AI powered world and they will get quickly get a know about what Amazon Q is. So yeah, let's quickly jump into it. A little introduction I have already given about myself. That's me. So, yeah, let's quickly get into the agenda. So, here, firstly, I'll be briefing you a little bit of the story time for the developers for AI, like how AI can be useful for developers and the developers' dilemma. In that, we'll get to see what developers are being doing in previous day and what they are have been doing now. So you have to get a hold until we get jump into the developers dilemma section. After that, the main topic Amazon Q, and we'll quickly see, and we'll also have the deep dive on the Amazon Q part. We'll also, if time permits, I'll also show you like how it basically works. So without wasting any time, let's quickly jump in. Okay, a little story about it. So, the modern developer paradox, right? Of course, there will be so many tools and we have very little time. Like, think of a typical developer's day. You are juggling between, yeah, stack overflows, documentation, PR reviews, any errors that you're coming through, and the missed stand-ups. And I'm sure you don't want to be on that track where you are feeling burnout, right? Because this burnout is real. So the problem isn't coding, right? We have multiple things on our plate that we need to be occupied with at the same time. So like debugging and inventing the new strategies, what could be done. Then again, there are some pending backlogs, errors, or whatnot. So what if your IDE comes with a co-pilot that already know your code base, right? Who understood the AWS or any other cloud. I'm talking here about specifically about AWS, and that could handle 80% of your development work. Like, how does it sound? I think it sounds music to my ears because that's when I think most of the things which I need to focus on, that I need to do apart from the other work, AI done it for me. So that's like a cherry on the cake, right? Okay, this is the coding evolution, I'll say. So in 2010, like people do Hello World, right? They are doing all the coding work over the notepad. And that was a bit harsh if we think it right now. True. Then it moved to the framework developer, where it's all about the frameworks and APIs. So it's no more the notepad era. They have moved. Now it's all about like vibe coding with AI. Like why you want to write your code like from scratch, because AI does it for you. The more time you want to put in, like for debugging, for making extra effort, for for creative ideas and whatnot, right? So coding is not just writing lines, maybe in Notepad, in VS Code, anywhere. Like it's actually about solving the problems, like integrating the services and constantly learning. AI has multiple agents like Amazon Q, which is now expert in programming because Amazon has been in this era, and they have trained their model from the last 17 years of their database. So that's really good, right? Apart from that, whether you are new to AWS or you're scaling enterprise grade workloads, Amazon Q accelerates coding, reduce error, and provide instant guidance on the best practice. All for the from your IDE, terminal or AWS console. Why AI for developers? Because you want to concentrate more on your work rather than writing the code from scratch. So that's why we have AI. And right nowadays, vibe coding is getting very famous. So you have to use it for sure if you haven't been to yet. The developer's dilemma and the AI revolution. Okay, modern cloud deployment is very powerful, but like it is very overwhelming as well because there are dozen of AWS services. There could be cryptic errors, endless documentation, and complex best practice, which tends to slow us down rather than giving our energy and focus into one thing. We have to segregate into multiple things, like we are juggling. Just now we saw one slide where we are developers who are engaged with either error handling, stack overflow, etc. So by that time, you have to be focused on any one thing, which is writing the code, solving the problem. Generic AI coding tools can help with basic code, but they fumble in cloud native context. Like that's why we have Amazon Q developer and AI assistant natively trained on AWS best practices. It does documentation for you, it makes architecture for you, even it creates a README file for you. Isn't about just the code completion, like you start writing the code and it will auto complete. No, it's more than that. Actually, it's a true teammate. It generates the reviews, documentation, and autonomously execute multi-step tasks. Even debugging your infrastructure as code. Suppose you have written some CloudFormation templates or Terraform stacks, but you're not sure like if it has some error or what. You give it to Amazon Q, it will debug it for you. Like how cool is that? True. So again, developers are still have this dilemma like how I'll complete the deadlines. I have a lot of things on my plate and I have very limited time. That's where Amazon Q jumps into picture. So as I already mentioned, Amazon Q is a Gen AI powered assistant helping enterprise accelerate the software development lifecycle and unlock the data insights by analyzing the internal information. I have already mentioned that AWS has pre-trained this foundation model with the 17 years of data. Q addresses data security concern by adhering to the rigorous AWS shared responsibility model, ensuring a robust security posture throughout, committed to the data confidentiality. Q safeguard the sensitive business information within its secure environment. So these are some of the things which Q does, and this is really helpful, like generating the content, writing code, text, debug, answering your question. Yes, Q does that as well if you ask some questions to it. It solves the problem and error, it manages the resources, make data accessible, research analysis, and whatnot. Few of the things are there on the right side as well, like build visual, migrate code, extract insights, build calculations, create data stories, running security skills, and troubleshoot and take action. Troubleshooting, I am focusing more on because that takes a lot of time for any developers or engineers. So some of the things which Amazon Q does, it understand the code, right? Even if you are giving it the code that you have written and still you're not sure, like some of the functionalities you want to add it will understand your code. What makes Q remarkable? AWS native intelligence, conversational coding, inline security, and testing works where you work. Like it will work maybe on your console, on the CLI. It has real impact as well. So I was mentioning that Amazon Q is like a combined state of the art generative AI with deep AWS expertise. Yes, it does generate code by describing what you want in plain language. It also creates README file. It's a great real-time code completion and suggestion. There was one time when I was facing some vulnerability issues as well. And that time when I use Amazon Q, trust me, it does fix the vulnerabilities, it write the tests and refactor the code as well. So that was helpful for me back then. Um, there could be some of the Amazon Q developer, like which makes it more remarkable, like the points which I have already mentioned here, the 5 points. Apart from this, like I could see um, we are using a lot of different consoles, like some are using JetBrains, some are using CLI, some are using AWS console, and obviously VS Code, Visual Studio. So it will work in all of these different horizon, right? So it will not be an issue for us to be stuck in one box, like we have to use Amazon Q over here only. This is one of the popular game. I'm sure 90s kid will be having nostalgia about this snake and eggs that we used to play on our Nokia phone back then. So this is the game that again I have created using Amazon Q, and trust me, you don't need to write code, endless codes. You just have to use some of the prompts and you are good to go. Like trust me, it is just some prompts away. Like some of the prompts which I have used is over this blog, so you can definitely check it out. And also I have placed all of the things like what which prompts I have been using, what's the readme file it generates for me. There could be a lot of variables that has been generated. Like you can simply go to my GitHub repository, clone it to your machine, and you can start running it. It will be running on your machine, and it is as simple as that. So some of the tweaks even I have done because I wanted my game to be customized as per my liking. So that's what I have done over here. So you can check out this game over your machine, and I'm sure you have something more to add to it. So you can also do you can do some contribution over the GitHub, and definitely I think that will be a cherry on the cake. um, these are some of the things that I have generated with even the start screen that is also generated by Amazon Q. So how cool is it? Like we do have a lot of chat agents like ChatGPT and others as well, but what Amazon Q is, I think that is more than that with the Amazon environment, and it gives you flexibility as well, like how you want to design it. So it is generating image as well, and on the top of it it generates the game. So I really like it, like playing it. So I'll just quickly show you a demo of it if I can. So this is the first page, the entrance page, where it has all the instruction like how to play and all. If you hit tab, there will be multiple instructions as well, like kind of eggs I have created and power ups, etc. Obviously, there is a little alignment issue because I just created this game in 30 minutes. So obviously, there is a scope of improvement as well. If you want to contribute on that, you can simply do it over GitHub, and we can collaborate there as well. So again, there could be multiple difficulty selection you can select, and theme as well. So with that, I'll just select an easy one and hit the space, so it will simply start. So obviously every one of us, I don't know if like who and all haven't played this game because this is very famous back then. So yeah, I just showed you that is not my high score. Okay, it is a little more than that 90, but yeah, let's focus on the demo which I showed you. So this is great. Like you can generate any game, anything else. Like this is just one of the use case, but also yeah, you can write use it to write code, completes it, troubleshoot it, debug it. What else? Like we already had a good session on Amazon Q, so you can share your version of it, like how you are utilizing Amazon Q in your day-to-day activity. With that, I think we are on the end of our session. With that, over to you, Simon. Thank you so much for having me.